I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Kim Santillo. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
It's been a long day, but it's been a productive one. So I'm doing good.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I do hope that by the end of this conversation that you're going to be a lot better than that long day,
Good.
right? That being
Sounds like a plan.
Exactly. Sounds like a plan. That being said, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting tonight?
Yeah, I think I would have to say I'm actually a checklist girl. So I'm very good at managing lists and big projects with all of the little details in between. And that allows me to use my talents to help other people.
I love that. I love that. I definitely love that. I am a to-do list type of guy as well, and it does help get the task done. Tell me a bit more of how you do what you do and how people can connect to what you do, please.
Sure. So I have a system that I use where I have an online system that I manage projects and all the little details in between. I do this for a lot of business owners, so it helps them to free up their time to do more of their work, their zone of genius that makes them money. And I'm just very organized. I have two planners going. I have an online planner. So I've learned to like automate a lot of it and keep a system so that I can kind of keep everything in line.
That's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. It helps people keep their virtual sanity, right?
Absolutely, it does, and that's a memorable name. When I say that, I think business owners connect because they're like, "Oh, yes, if I could have more sanity, I would pay you a ton of money."
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. So who did you learn this skill from?
I feel like I've always really had this skill since I was very young. Uh, I'm gonna have to guess it was my mother though. She's very organized as well, very meticulous with her details.
Yeah. So there are the challenges to being that person, right? Like,
Uh,
yeah, the challenge of being the person who always has to make sure everyone dots their I's and crosses their T's, right? Nevertheless, why will you continue to repeat that skill?
I think it keeps me organized, it keeps me on track, and when I do that, I'm more productive and then I feel better. Like I can look back at the end of the day and be like, "Yep, I see everything here I had on my list. Check, check, check. It was a good day."
Yeah. Now, I sometimes do this, and I'm just wondering, like when I meet an organizer, I ask this question. So it's cool if you don't, right? But have you ever like possibly put something on the list just so you could tick it, knowing that you did it already?
Yes.
Okay, we're one.
Yes. Yes, bad habit, but it does. It makes you feel good when you can just check it off.
It does. We definitely connect. Well, do tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Honestly, something that I have added in a couple years ago was reading daily devotionals. Now, I wish I could say that I've kept up with it daily, but I've done it more consistently on a weekly basis, a couple times a week.
Yeah, which is cool, right? I think the daily task definitely takes away from the value of I'm doing this regularly sometimes. Yeah, it does. How does it make you feel when you're doing it?
Oh, I'm relaxed. I get in a positive mindset. I try to do it in the morning because it starts me with a good frame of mind. And I feel that I have, just a better outlook on the day. And I feel like I'll be more productive just because I've kind of opened my mind to start.
Yeah. Kim, I'll tell you something that has happened to me in being that person who is pretty organized. I've realized that life sometimes has seasons. So sometimes, like this daily thing that I do consecutively or consistently is good and it works for this particular season of my life. But then there's another season when I need to probably take it out or do it less. So I hope it helps, but that has been something that has helped me to go a bit easier on myself for not doing it
Yeah.
daily. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
like that.
you're welcome. So why would you suggest to someone else that they do what you've done by focusing on those daily devotions, by giving yourself that inspiration, if you would?
Sure. I just really think that, you think about everything that we encounter in a day, and it's so easy to get so tied up in a lot of negatives. I think by doing this, and I would recommend if someone wants to do it, how to incorporate it early in the morning before you get started. But it gives you that kind of positive mindset. I think if you try it, you'll see that it gives you a better outlook for what you have to encounter, all of the negatives and all of the just chaos of the day.
Hmm. Well, we didn't say what's the best way to connect with you. Like, if we wanted to check out your virtual project managing skills, what's the best way for us to follow up with you, Kim?
Sure. So I do have a website. It's a bit under construction now, but it's live. So you could still get my information there. But it's www.kimsantillo.com, and that's just my name,
Wonderful.
kimsantillo.com. Yep,
Santillo is Santillo.
that's correct.
Wonderful. Well, Kim, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine. Let me surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Kim, what is your earliest childhood memory?
One of the memories that when I think back my childhood, that always is so very vivid in my mind is me riding a bicycle through my little town that I lived in. And I can see the bicycle. I see it from the back view. So I see the back of my head, I see the bicycle, but I remember what the bicycle looks like as well. And I remember like my hair and my two pigtails, and the bicycle had a basket on the front and a little horn.
Wow. How old do you
Yeah,
think you were?
I think I was about 5.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I'm wondering if it was because it's the first memory that I have that signified independence. So the
Interesting.
training wheels came off and I was kind of just on my own, on the go.
Hmm. Love it. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Sure.
I love the idea that you're moving, which is great. As well, I love the idea of the basket being there and the horn, the organization, the organized individual, like being prepared for the things that you will encounter along the way. The dangers, one, the horn, but definitely things that you may need to pick up, right, along the way, things that you may admire, things that you may
Yeah.
appreciate. I also love the idea of you being someone that is looking all around and having an overview of what's going on, the order, right? Having an overview and
Right.
understanding what's necessary. That, my friend,
Wow.
is pretty fascinating.
I like it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh gosh, I hate to admit this, but I have a feeling that it was one of the New Kids on the Block songs, probably Hangin' Tight. Oh,
Oh, hanging tight. All right, all right. Well, definitely connects, right? Like you're riding a bike, hey, you need to hang in, right? Definitely, definitely. All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to go pretty quickly here. Kim, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
yes, I have.
Are you married?
Yes,
Do you have children?
I do too.
Wonderful. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I do, and they're very great.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I'm a diehard Pittsburgh sports fan, so only if there's a sporting event on.
Wonderful, wonderful. What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I wish I could say less, but having the business that I do, technology is
Yeah,
important. It's definitely more.
yeah. Could understand that. Well, Kim, after having 1,001 conversations in 2016, in 3 months, I came up with a workbook thereafter, the name of it being yours, and it stands for your own unique real self. And as you dig deeper into the book, into yourself, if you would, you uncover your own unique real statement, your mission. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Kim Santillo, what would you say that is?
I would say it's to pursue your dream and really choose what makes you happy over what others think should make you happy. That's something that I've just done recently. And I quit a high paying corporate job to pursue my business, and I haven't regretted it.
Love it. Go for it. Kim Santillo, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I just want to tell everyone that life's too short, so definitely do what makes you happy.
Love it. Kim Santillo, again, great pleasure. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.